Thank you everyone for coming. Thank you everyone. Commissioner Steffen, Councilman Steffen's here. Today is a very, very special Conversations Over Pizza, an opportunity for the residents to interact and engage with our local Elgin Police Department officers. And as you can see, this is always very well attended. What the purpose of this meeting and that's to talk about what some of the issues are, some of the concerns, ask questions of the officers, and the officers can inform you and ask questions of you as it relates to crime and safety and the prevention of crimes and illicit behaviors that take place on your property here, because we always want to do the very best that we can to provide not only quality housing but safe housing. So to that point, we're going to get over to our rope officer here and let him He's been the rope officer since
15.
Okay, 2015. Wow, time flies. Okay, this is your rope officer. I told him next time when he take the pictures, pull his sleeve up so that we can see the guns piping. There you go.
All right, let me bring the sleeve down here. I don't want to intimidate nobody here. So a few announcements I have is, for Saturday the 28th is going to be our first ALICE training at the police department. So ALICE training is just a way or more tools on how to act when there's an active shooter or an active threat in the workplace, in the building, at the store, just like it's been happening around the United States. So if you have a time on the 28th, go ahead and register for it on the website. If you don't have time this Saturday, there's going to be upcoming ones. We're going to be doing it in Spanish as well. So look for it. ALICE training at the police department. Also, we have the teens distracted driving. If you have any, family, grandkids, kids, there are teens. It's going to be Thursday, May 3rd, and it's going to be from 6 to 9 p.m. That's the teens distracted driving. Let them know.
One of the things that we've been doing a lot with is not just here at the Elgin House Authority, but around the community, is all of our outreach efforts, and we're still doing a ton of that. So if there are ideas that you have as well, if you're at a church or you're part of another group or anything, you want the police to come out, please let us know. We never feel like we're doing enough to get the outreach that we need out there. Councilman Steffen's here last night. They had a conversation last night at the council meeting on how do we make sure that the entire community feels heard. If they feel the police need to be doing something more, we only can do that if we hear about it. So please keep us informed with things like that. And Deputy Chief Wolf, anything you want to add or anything with as far as people involved?
No, I think the chief kind of summed it up. We have our motto is no call too small. So we try to get that out to everybody we can. I know obviously Hector is probably your best resource, especially for long. But if you're not getting a hold of Hector, just call 911, call the non-emergency number 289-2700, and we're always going to be there to help you.
Yeah, okay. What I talked about with Monica was the Ren Center. If anybody doesn't know the Ren Center, we can help and spread the word to the other residents here. If you have an addiction problem, we can help you get help, whether it's alcohol, drugs, whatever it may be. I believe, I was in the hallway, but I believe they talked about the medicine that we keep on us. Did you guys talk about that? No. So we keep medicine on us. We have actually a paramedic next to us. He should have took the fire test, but he took the police test. But we have, it's called Narcan. For anyone that does not know, it's for heroin or opioid. Am I saying this correct? Right? And we have been administering it to people. But if you know of people that are going through a hard time, we want to help them. We don't want to make arrests. We want to actually help them and get better. And we know that there's an issue in some of these buildings here, as well as in our community. So if they're looking for some help, please reach out to them. Monica Smith, Deputy Director, or the Assistant Director here, she said Ren Center is also here on staff to help you out. So AID. I'm sorry, AID is on staff here. So of course everybody knows me. I'm here and there at always. The chief is leaving, so if he doesn't promote me to senior patrolman, hopefully Deputy Chief will. Thank you.
Chief Swoboda, if you can come here, I have a couple of words to say on your behalf and present you with something from the Housing Authority. Within the first 60 days of starting this job back in January of 2012, I had the pleasure of meeting Chief Jeff Swoboda. He invited me into his office and we talked, and since that time, whenever I called him, whenever we needed him, no matter how big or how small, he was always there available for us and for the Housing Authority. So that helped to set the groundwork for a really, really great relationship with that the Housing Authority enjoys with the police department. And I say this all the time, this is not something that that is typical of a relationship with housing authorities and their police department, so I consider us unique and special in that regard. So as indicative of some of the photos that you see scrolling on the television back there, EPD has been involved in, we partnered up on Smiles for Christmas, where we've given away hundreds of, there's a photo there, we've given away hundreds of bicycles, not only to HAE residents, but throughout the Elgin community over the course of the last 6 years. And it's just been a number of things. I mean, the officers have taken the youth out for fishing and golfing and just a number of things. I'm not going to belabor this, but I just want you to understand the nature of the relationship and understand why we really appreciate it, and we hate to see a chief of his esteem. Recently there was an incident in Elgin, and the first thing I'm looking for is how the leadership handles this, because as a leader myself, we always want to learn and grow from one another and figure out how they handle crisis. So when a crisis comes my way, I can, model some of the behaviors that I've seen of other leaders, and Chief Swoboda definitely the epitome of a leader, very charismatic and upfront and never run away from any issues. So very stand-up guy. We're going to miss him.